Welcome to Networks Professionals.
Welcome to this explainer. You know, every single day, literally billions of dollars of highly sensitive corporate data just zip across the wild, unregulated public internet. So how does it not get intercepted or stolen? Well, today we're looking at a networking concept that honestly feels a little bit like a digital magic trick. I mean, imagine you have a business with offices in New York, London, and Tokyo. What if you could make all those geographically separated offices act like they share the exact same physical space? That's the core magic of a site-to-site VPN. Let's get right into how this technology actually bridges that physical gap and brings your networks together. Okay, let's dive into exactly how this works. A site-to-site VPN is essentially an encrypted digital tunnel built right over the public internet. It allows multiple geographically separated office networks to communicate, share resources, and access centralized data securely. And I mean exactly as if they were located in the very same physical building. Just think about that spatial contrast for a second. You could have miles, heck, maybe even oceans, between your teams, yet this technology completely eliminates that physical distance. It securely bridges your networks together, creating this unified, secure environment, and it does it without moving a single brick. Now, to clarify exactly what we're discussing here, it helps to contrast it with what you might already know. You're probably familiar with a traditional remote access VPN, right? That's the software you fire up when you're working from a local coffee shop and you just need to connect your individual laptop back to the office. But a site-to-site setup, that is a completely different beast. Instead of securely connecting, one person drinking a latte, it securely connects entire skyscrapers to each other. It doesn't rely on a temporary software connection from a single laptop. Instead, it actually uses dedicated hardware, like VPN gateways, routers, or firewalls at each location, to link entire buildings up continuously. So how does a piece of data actually make that journey? Well, think of this process kind of like sending an armored car down a public highway. Let's track a highly confidential financial report moving between two of your offices. Step 1 is the gateway. Think of this as the secure bank vault at the edge of your office network. When the report leaves the local network, this dedicated hardware grabs it and locks it down with heavy encryption. Step 2 is the tunnel. That encrypted report is sent out into the wild of the public internet, but it travels safely inside a secure, encrypted path. That's our armored car. Finally, step 3 is the endpoint. Once the report arrives at the destination office, the receiving gateway acts almost like a highly secure bouncer at the receiving bank. It decrypts the traffic and safely routes the now readable report right to the correct local device, like a manager's computer or a network printer. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the direct, massive operational impact this setup has. Suddenly, your teams are collaborating seamlessly. Because the networks are intrinsically bridged, remote branches can share files, utilize printers, and access central servers effortlessly. And let me tell you, your CFO is absolutely going to love this. It is highly cost-effective. Historically, businesses had to rely on incredibly expensive, dedicated private leased lines or MPLS circuits just to connect their offices. A site-to-site VPN eliminates that need entirely by safely utilizing the existing public internet. And beyond the massive savings, it brings the whole shebang under centralized management. Your IT teams can literally sit at corporate HQ and easily manage security policies across all branch networks from one central screen, resting easy knowing that robust encryption is protecting your sensitive data from interception every single second it's in transit. So what does this actually look like out in the real world? Well, it's the invisible thread connecting your corporate headquarters to its regional branch offices, ensuring everyone operates on the exact same network. But actually, it goes way beyond just traditional brick-and-mortar offices. It's the secure bridge linking your on-premises data centers directly into cloud environments, like Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure. And think about the retail sector. A site-to-site VPN securely connects a local retail storefront's network right back to the central inventory and point-of-sale servers. That ensures seamless, instantaneous transactions and real-time stock counts across hundreds of locations, a real game changer. Take a moment right now, actually, and assess your own network blueprint. If you're planning to build this for your business, you need to know exactly what you're working with. So, what type of dedicated hardware or firewalls are currently sitting at your offices? Are you running Cisco, Fortinet, Ubiquiti, or maybe a flexible setup like pfSense? Identifying that gear is step 1. From there, you'll need to evaluate the configuration steps and protocol options that best fit your specific setup. A very common and highly recommended protocol for this kind of connection is IPsec, which basically handles all the heavy lifting for that robust encryption we just talked about. So we've covered the mechanics of the digital tunnel, the massive cost-saving benefits, and the gear that actually makes the magic happen. So I'll leave you with this final practical question to prompt your next move. What type of hardware and specific cloud platforms need to be included in your setup? Seriously, think about the firewalls sitting in your server room right now and the cloud environments where your remote data actually lives. By mapping those out, you take the very first step toward completely eliminating physical distance and bringing your global networks under one secure roof. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. What will you connect first? I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.